Okay, today I'm gonna try something different. This is Tom from Tom's Test Kitchen, and in true test kitchen form, little experiment. What I got today is cold smoking some cheese. Now what I got here is let's see if I can get that. Okay, got some horseradish cheddar, some jalapeno jack, and some Danish blue cheese. Now this comes from an idea that was from Alan over at Barbecue for Smoke. He had a special rig set up for cold smoking cheese, so I'm going to try this on my offset smoker because he thought that maybe you could do that if you put a big tray of ice right where your heat and your smoke come out. So that's what I'm going to try. I've got a temperature probe in here so that I know that if this ice gets melted down, because it's at freezing, it's at 32 degrees. But I got another temperature probe back here so I can monitor the temperature of the cheese back here, and it's a little too warm, to tell you the truth. Okay, we're down to 137. I want to try to keep this as low as I can, but I don't think it's going to work. We'll see. Okay, that's only been about 15 minutes, and it's really hard to control that temperature. I ended up adding some more ice because the ice was melting pretty quick, so I just completely filled it up, so I got a whole bag of ice in there now. Notice I've suspended or raised the grate here because this grate down here gets really hot. The heat conducts, because these are cast iron grates and they get really hot, so I knew it would definitely melt the cheese really quick. So this seems to be working a little bit better. I got a temperature here of 86 back where the cheese is, and now this is back down to the freezing level. So the cheese is actually starting to pick up some smoke because I can see it changing color. I can see it getting a little bit of color on it from the smoke. So I'm gonna let this go and just keep a real good eye on it. Okay, I got the temperature under control now. What I ended up doing was my offset smoker, I have it powered by propane gas. So once I got the using the gas to get the wood chunks, the soaked wood chunks, up to where they were smoking really good, I turned off the heat source. So now I'm not getting all that heat from the gas. I'm just getting the smoke from the wood chunks, the smoldering wood chunks, and it's working really good. So temperature's starting to back down. My ice is still nice and cold. The temperature over here where the cheese is starting to really come down. It's down to about 105 now, which I wasn't able to get that before. Excuse me, wasn't able to get that before. So I'm really psyched about this. This might end up working. Don't have to really let it go too long. I'm thinking maybe an hour at this rate, and then I'll check on it and see how it goes. The wood that I'm using, the wood chunks I'm using, is pecan. I love using pecan. It's a nice mild smoke, and I think it'll be really good for this cheese. I can't wait. Okay, it's been an hour and 8 minutes. So now I'm going to take the cheese off. I was able to maintain a really good temperature by turning off the heat source and just letting those smoldering wood chips or wood chunks just continue to smoke. I was able to keep up a good smoke, and I think this is going to work out really good. So let's take a look. Yeah, that looks really good. You see it picked up a lot of color from that smoke, and it's not completely melted. So that looks good, and actually the ice stayed nice. It didn't melt completely. So that's a good thing. So I think this might actually turn out. This might be a good idea. So I'm just gonna take this whole tray, just like this, into the house, let this cool down, and then I'm gonna refrigerate the cheese. I got some gunk on there. Refrigerate the cheese, let it cool down, and then vacuum seal it. And I'll probably taste it because I'm really interested in tasting some of this smoked blue cheese. So I'm just going to let that cool down, and then I'll be back in a little bit. It smells great. Well, the cheese has been refrigerated. It's nice and cooled down, and I just can't help it. I got to sample some of this stuff. So here we have the Danish blue cheese. Here we have the jalapeno jack cheese, and here we have the horseradish cheddar. So let's take a taste here real quick. I'm dying to try some of this blue cheese. And we've got some that melted off to the side here. Let's go for that. Some of that blue cheese. That's really good. It's got a good smoke. Really good smoke flavor. It really complements that the pungent blue cheese. Oh, I can't wait to make inside out burgers with that. It's going to be so good. So let's try a little bit of the horseradish cheddar. This is a white cheddar. Oh boy, that's so good. You really get that flavor of the horseradish, and that smoke just really adds a really nice layer of flavor to it. Oh, so far these two have been really good. Let's try the pepper jack. Equally as good. Got a nice bite from the jalapenos. Got that smokiness from the smoke. These will make really good quesadillas. Or just, I guess you could serve any of it on a cracker. Would be good. I'm gonna try one more little piece of that blue cheese. Oh man, it's so good. Gotta thank you, Alan. Thanks for your suggestion with cold smoking the cheese. Once I got it down, I think I'll be able to reproduce this again. You know, like I said, I only let it go for a little over an hour. I think an hour was plenty. So now I'm going to vacuum seal these up and let them age for a few, a couple of weeks to really intensify that smoke flavor. That is, if I don't eat them before then. Okay, there you go. Smoked cheeses, cold smoked cheeses.